Hi, this is Mike with Safti-Seal. We're here today to talk to you about our header jam cripple clip. We call it our HJC clip. I'm going to talk to you about how it works and how to install it. So our header jam cripple clip can be used two different ways. It can be used for smaller jam studs or taller jam studs. So this is for 1.5 inches and under, and this is for over 1.5 inches. So what you would do is you have your jam studs on the job site. You would shoot in the height of your header, install the clips. Basically, you have 4 screws, so you install the clips. You got your 2 jams, so you would already have this set up. So what you would do is you have pre-measured headers, so you can buy them from your stud manufacturer. So say you need a 4-foot header, so you order 4-foot jam studs. We have a load chart. You can find it on the website. It'll show you what size, what gauge, everything you need to know, how many screws to put in off our load charts.
So you're saying that, you know, so the capacity of this jam is based on the width of this flange as well as the gauge of the stud.
Correct.
Or gauge of the material.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a chart that goes from 1 5/8 up to 3.5 inch flange that gives you the spans and openings.
Yes.
Okay, and by gauge.
And by gauge.
So now if I wanted to do, say I got a hospital, I got 50 door openings that are 5 foot.
Yeah.
And it's this 15-foot tall ceiling.
Okay.
So I would order 100 15-foot jam studs and 50 5-foot jam studs.
Sounds about right.
And that would eliminate me from any chop saw, grinding,
Mm-hmm.
messing around, clamping and screwing and everything.
Yes, it would.
So it's like an erector set.
Just like an erector set.
So you got your 15-footer there, I got my 15-footer here, we're gonna put this 4-footer, we'll call it a 5-footer. So you just
This side just slides over.
slide that in, and I have a clamp that
Okay,
on.
just have to clamp that on. And you kick out your jam stud on the other side. This would go in,
Clamp that on.
clamp that on. Then based on the load chart, it will tell you whether you use 1 or 2 screws in the face.
Yeah, you 1 2 screws in the face,
One or
or
two.
if it's an exterior wind loading heavy duty, you may require a piece of angle down here that screws up through here to here, but it's still flush mount.
Yep.
Everything is flush mount here. There's no buildup.
Then our clip just fits in. They're a little bit undersized, so they'll just slide in. And they turn for your cripples. So at this point, then you do your layout. At this point, you have 2 options of putting your studs in.
We'll grab a stud real quick in front of everybody.
So one of your options is it snaps over. You just
The ladder gauges can just snap.
lighter gauges just snap right over, and then you screw through the stud. Through the clip into the stud. If you have a heavy gauge stud and you can't snap it over, what you can do on your layout is just turn it backwards and clamp that in, and then again you screw through the pre-drilled holes into the backside of your stud.
So everything remains flush mount.
Everything's flush mount. There's no screw buildup. If you're building box headers, you have to stuff them full of insulation. With this, then you leave it open, and so the insulator just puts insulation in, so you don't have to worry about anything getting wet. If you're building box headers, you have the dog ears that stick out that you have to put 6 screws into the corners. It flares out your drywall, flares out your door frames. This eliminates that also.
So I don't have to put any mineral in here until they're insulating the wall. So there's nothing to get wet during construction.
Correct. Sold in different sizes for different studs.
3 5/8, 6 inch, 4
3
inch,
5/8, 4
8
inch, 6 inch, 8 inch. Yep.
Okay, always 16 gauge.
Always 16 gauge.
So and that's all the load charts are based on that.
Yes.
So an interior load chart, an exterior load chart, and I believe the sweet spot is probably from 4 feet to 9 feet, depending on the type of load you're dealing with. That's about the sweet spot for the clips.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hope to hear from you soon.